Alright, so I'm going to be adding ant design to Next.js. In this example, we're going to pretty much copy off of the website. So I'm just going to get rid of my menu example that I was working on. Not even worry about that. And I'm going to just get rid of Tippy. So this seems to be the only thing that you need to change is add the import plugin from Babel. We're already using this with CSS. Alright, so with those two things added, I think we should be good to go. So now I can add this drop down menu that I wanted. Alright, looks like the basic one is the only one I care about. Hey Iris. Welcome Tony. Alright, so this is this avatar icon. Okay, so that's a menu overlay, and then we wrap it in a drop down. Did I decide to go with the ant design? Yes, I did. I basically just would like to get this finished as soon as possible, the menu. I don't really want it to be like, this is one of those items which I don't really care to spend a lot of time on. And so trying to configure Tippy and writing my own, I was just like, not worth. Let's see if we can get ant design working in like 2 minutes. So I'm going to restart next because we added a new Babel plugin. So the only thing that will be interesting to see if we have problems with ant design is if it has trouble with Next.js. We added this Babel plugin and there's an example in the Next.js repo, so I think it should be okay, but we'll see. Yeah, this is what I was a little bit worried about. So I didn't add this So this could be the change that fixes that. Nice, it loads. Perfect. Now we have a little menu here. All right, so that's what I wanted. We got it working really fast, so that's exactly what I wanted to happen. The only thing is I want to change the positioning a little bit. I think I want it bottom left. Now let's put it at the top. That way it's the right corner's over here. Okay, let's try bottom right. Perfect, that's what I wanted. I wonder if there's a way to get an arrow to show up. I'm not gonna hate it if there's not an arrow. Doesn't look like there's an arrow. I'm fine with that. So we actually only have one menu item right now, which is log out. So we don't actually have the GraphQL code. Well, not the code, but the mutation for logout. So I'm gonna add that. So no parameters or anything to log out. So it should have created some new Apollo components, but I'm not seeing them. Nope, it showed up. It's just lagging over here. It's not making it green. Green is usually the indicator I use in the VS Code sidebar to know whether I edited a file. This green means there's this. We don't need an icon. So there's actually two things. So we're gonna call mutate, which will log us out, and then I'm gonna call client.resetStore, which will clear the cache for Apollo. Alright, so that kind of just like wipes it out. So I think it worked. The only other thing is on the server. I wanted to make sure this was not authorized. We should be able to fetch this stuff while we're not logged in. So we'll have to see why this is crashing. There's like no good resources that focuses on GraphQL, TypeScript, and Vue. I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel and try to fill the gap. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It would be great to have 2 channels focusing and promoting on GraphQL and different front-end frameworks. Yeah, you should go for it. So it's when we map over topics. Wait. This.state.topics. Can't read property map of undefined. So this.state. How did state get undefined with topics? I've never, never get as good. You know what? I got this good because I just did a ton of them. All it takes is time, and you can get this good. Huh. Okay, it's crashing server side. Cannot return null for non-nullable field user.access token. Okay. So that has to do with this. So we should get the access token from the session. Alright, so what this error is about? Is it the same error? So this is not getting called. Cannot return null for non-nullable field when you're trying to fetch the user and trying to get the access token. Ah, we added that as a field resolver right here. That's sometimes going to be null. Okay. So I forgot I was doing that. So the changes that I just made here actually don't do much. So I'm just going to delete everything I had and go back to what I used to put. The other thing is now I should make this field a optional field. There we are. Now this works a lot better. We can sign in with GitHub if we want. We're gonna have to fix those bugs when we go back and forth between these things. I think it has to do with like the Apollo cache. I think we're going to fix that at a later point though. Okay, so I'm now happy with the logout. Next, I want to implement this. So this is like a repo row. It is taking shape. Things are slowly coming together. I am currently 21. So I think we just want to make this into a function. I'm going to leave the card, but we're going to use pretty much the same props. So I have our avatar on the left. This would be card. And this comes from Rebas. Ben, would you consider joining Manga? It's the new Fang. Would I consider reading manga? You know, I haven't really got into that as much. Okay, so you just replace Facebook with Microsoft. I guess Microsoft is now Microsoft and GitHub smashed into one. I don't know if I would consider it or not. It would have to be, I'd have to be like really into the project that I was working on there. And then that's pretty much why I would do it. But in general, I kind of like working for myself more. So I think I want to render this as a story so I can see it as I'm working on it, like we did the other stuff. This is 34 by 34. Okay, so basically we have a div and then another div. Or I guess it's box using rebas. I don't want to make this a box or a flex. I think I'm going to make it I'm gonna make it a flex. And then over here is just a bunch of topics. So I guess we're gonna do, yeah, actually we just render the topic component. Same logic where we wrap it in a key, or we use the topic as a key. Alright, it's a little wonky. I feel like I was thinking this could probably be just a div. Reason why is I don't think I need a display flex on it. Alright, so this is the general outline of it. This thing I actually don't want to flex either. I guess I didn't want to flex every single thing. Or do I? I want them flexed this way. So in a row. I think I just need to wrap it in a div so it doesn't get all big. There we are. And I also want to justify content center. I actually want this to display flex too. So maybe I need to get rid of that. But then I expanded the whole thing. So how do I tell it not to take on the whole height, basically? Oh, that was actually just a pure guess. And it turned out alright. Alright, so this is the general layout. Now let's make it so it's not so ugly. First off, I think it has FFF. The corners are super rounded. This one only has border 5. So let's notch that down. Oops. This also has a huge box shadow. Nice, that's much lighter. So this is using a neutral color. So we can actually say color, neutrals, and we can pick like our 5th neutral or something. Alright, 5th neutral doesn't exist, maybe like 3rd. Both should be Rubik. This is going to be more of like a 2, I think. It's going to be small. Alright, so that's like close-ish. Needs to be darker. So for darker, we go down. It also needs to go more padding. So we have a padding of 17 pixels on the top and 20. So margin, so padding top 17, or padding Y, which gives top and bottom, and padding X is going to be 20. Let's do like 16 maybe. Maybe that's like it's a better number. Right. This is maybe like a touch bigger. maybe like a 5. And I also want these two things centered-ish. Let's use one rim. Let's do a min spacing here of like, or min padding. Do a padding right of 2 rims at a minimum. Now for some reason this feels like a little hunkier of a card. This seems like a little bit thinner. I think I'm gonna decrease the padding just a wee bit here. I think I want like, and maybe I should be using rims here. I think I should be. Instead of 16, I think maybe I'm gonna go with like 0.4 rims maybe. I mean 0.6, I think. That's what I want. I'm good with 20. See if this is too thin. No, I think it looks alright. Keep clicking on the wrong thing. So our tags look slightly different than just what that has there. Ours are a little smaller and thinner. I don't know if we want to do a different variant that's a little bit bigger, easier to see. And sometimes they have a lot of topics. So how do I want to handle that? Do I just not want to show them all? Hey, Beepo, I'm implementing your row right now. I think you might want to decrease side padding on cards. This much and do less here, you're saying? Right now I have it at 1.25. So let's do with the tags. If they have a lot of tags, I guess I can just show the first 3 or something. Yeah, there's possibly a crap load of them. So here I have 5 tags, and I can add more if I want to. I've now added marketplace. I've now added a review. Alright, so let's see what this looks like with having 3. Let's just say React. Cool. I think that looks fine. Alright, so now we can just get rid of the card grid. I need to export this post row. Nice. Alright, so I didn't put a key on something. I also need to add some padding on the bottom. So I somehow lost the key on that. I don't know when I removed it. That looks pretty snazzy. So let's make those look like you can click them and stuff. Well, I don't have to make them look like they're they are linkable. Link props. Oh boy, that made it blue. I think if I move it outside, it'll retain its color maybe. The gray did, but this did not. That's okay. So the way this works is this is actually clickable all the way over here, and I don't think I want that. Okay, I'll decrease the size of the spacing. There's a simple solution to this. So if I get rid of flex, don't want grid there. I want inline block. I don't know, I'll play this more in a second. Margin right auto. Yes, you're right, that's what I do want to do. Excellent work. That's exactly what I wanted. I don't think we need this outer div now. Yeah, the titles are going to be... I should actually... There we go, we can't click over here now. I should actually get a better title so we can see what the links might be. Okay, so let's start by decreasing the gap size. So let's try 0.5 rims. Probably want to make the user/repo text a bit smaller. So we can make that a 1. And decrease the margins of the padding between that and the title a bit. Is that... Decrease the margin/padding between that and the title a bit. So you want these closer together. Is that line height? Huh, surprisingly did it. Is that too close? Okay, oh, smaller gets even closer. 2, big, 1. Eight-point grid system. I mean, technically, I suppose these could be a grid. Would it be weird if we had these 2x2 when it's this width? Try it with a title with capital letters. Maybe you'll get a better idea. So let's create a new one. I want this to actually be at the top. Let me just say descending. Why are these so wide on this resolution? That's the other thing, is this resolution is a little weird. I'm using 1280 by 720 on my screen. That's probably why it may look a little weird like that. That might be causing the weirdness too. Like, look how GitHub looks. GitHub looks a little weird on this. Well, actually, not this particular page. I was thinking more of the project screen looks a little weird. So the resolution could be messing stuff up. So just to compare, there's a section in Refactoring UI book about not doing this, as I recall, as not working in this resolution, you mean? So Reddit has a sidebar, so that's why these don't look super duper wide. You know what we could do is, because the tags are lengthy, we could have the tags running underneath here. Oh, making these things really long. Let me just test what this looks like. Because yeah, I think we can have it running under here, and then we could cut the length of it a little bit. Yeah, I see. They have a similar thing where there's just like space, so much space. Yeah, maybe that's what we should do then, Francis, is just squish things. Well, not squish things, but just make the width smaller. The only thing we need the width for, really, so there is a screen that we need it for. This takes so long when I click on a thing in development mode. This screen, actually this screen, I guess, doesn't really need the width right here. This is what I was gonna say, is the code screen is gonna have longer stuff on it sometimes. Oh, here's what it looks like with the tags underneath. And here's, we can try a grid. This chair is really expensive. Which chair? Oh, the chair in the example. Let's call it something grid. So you're thinking something like this, Francis, and then centering it, or should it just be left aligned? I think maybe margin auto will do it. No, it won't, I don't think. Nope, it did it, sweet. So something like this. Could probably make it a little bit. I guess it really depends on how long the titles end up being. I feel like we're going to have titles similar length to what Reddit is. And so let's see what they have. They do 776. And put the languages. So you like the languages here better? It makes sense if we have it at this width. Oh. That's something actually I was meaning to add is like 2 days ago. Yeah, I definitely need to add when it was posted. Actually, I like that. We could put, like, for example, you're right. We could do the number of questions that have been asked on this page. So let's add those in the server side real quick. The larger the width, the more disconnected it looks when you put tags on the right side, especially for shorter titles. Yeah, you're right. All right, so we're going to say number of questions, and this is going to be an integer. Yeah, that's pretty much the only real extra field I need to add in GraphQL, I think, because I can compute when it was. Hello, random chatter. Hello, meme vessel. And then we're just going to add a field resolver for to count the number of questions. do a better name there. Num questions. We should probably add data loader to this. Yeah, I think I can compute this with data loader. By the way, why do you have to type links out? Just pop out chat. Actually, I should just pop out chat in this. I'll do that real quick. And I'll just stick it on my other screen. I forgot about that. Yeah, but I had the chat on another device. I have it on my laptop to the left before, but this makes sense. Cool, I'm uploading my site soon. Do I just upload the compiled version? Yep, compiled and minified. Now you can spam me with links. Yes, you can. What kind of site did you build? The file is only 1 kilobyte. That is quite a small website you made. I think even with code splitting, ours is going to be 50 kilobytes min. Comer Snart. What language is that? What did I call this? Probably info. Yeah. $50 kilobytes is really lean. Yeah, that's why I said min. I think we're gonna have way more than that. My other project, Saffron, I think is closer to 200 to 300 kilobytes. Why can this still not find it? Norwegian. So a number of questions is going to be that. Yeah, D3. So I'm trying to decide where I want to actually like simple. Ooh, this guy's getting a redesign. Simplify the this so it says just like 2 days, or it says 3 hours ago instead of like a simplified time. I guess I can do it in this component. Get a created at, which is a date. Just want to see what it looks like first, and to make sure we actually get a date. Do I make my living from YouTube earnings? I do not. I'm not sure what it's gonna come back at. Like, I don't know if it's gonna be a string or a date. So I included it in this fragment. There we go. So, okay, so it's a string. So I need to parse it as a date. Does JJS have something for this? Like I want the, basically I guess the algorithm is if it's minutes, olds show minutes, otherwise hours, otherwise days. So pick the smallest unit that's not 0 and display that. Or the biggest unit that's not 0, I mean. I really like Day.js too. I want to see if they have like a function I can just use. I might just use date function because there's literally only one function that we need, like make simple date. Format string. I guess I can go click on my link. Wow, I didn't copy it. have to write the conditionals? I didn't want to write conditionals. I feel like date functions may have something. If not, we'll write the conditionals. Quarter helpers, year helpers. Yeah, you're probably right. All right, let's just write our to if statement. I know. I'm pretty sad that I have to write the logic myself. I guess I just diff against today. What are the biggest disadvantages with frameworks in general? I guess bloat. Or maybe flexibility. Do I care about showing when it would be seconds? Nope, I don't. So here we're gonna say Never touched a framework yourself. What? You've never used a framework ever? I'm gonna have to do this for each bucket. Because look at these. These are years old or months old. All right. So it's going to be the amount and then the unit. So here we're going to say if diff is less than 60, after 30 days, maybe you can just do the date. I think I like Reddit style better. So it's an hour. Yeah, I don't want to write this logic. It's just annoying. Whether or not to return a float. I shake my head. I guess we could get a date object back. This is what we wanted, guys. This 2-star. Perfect. We can do exactly this. What is the input though? Human duration. Humanized duration. Check the Figma mockup again. Alright, will do. Didn't really do the sidebar, but that's one potential. I don't know what we would want on the sidebar right now, so I think that's fine that you didn't include one. What was it called again? Humanized duration. Every time I add dependency, a puppy cries. Well, every time I add dependency, it makes me very happy because then I don't have to write all this logic for it. And this is exactly what we wanted, so this is perfect. And guess what? Basically, we evened it out because now we get to remove day.js. How about that? Just kidding, we can't remove day.js. Because we still need it to do the diff. Unless we want to write that ourselves, which, no thanks. What's going on here? Alright, so now 2 puppies are crying. Alright, declared never read. So I just don't know what we should be using for the unit that we pass into this thing. So 3,000 of it equals a second. Is this a millisecond then? It sure is. Awesome. I think that should give us a good date thing. Well, let's do its thing. Oh, that's actually a good idea. We could have the filters be on the side. I've seen stuff like that. NA education. You better believe it. Thank you, Spawn Hub. Yeah, I like it. That looks nice. Did this rebuild? With packages this size, I believe. What? You really don't have any types? I do not believe that this does not have types. There's no way. This library is way too popular for someone not to have a TypeScript type of it. I have to have misspelled it. How is this physically possible? Alright. I find that incredibly hard to believe. I guess because it's so basic, no one has bothered, but I know, we just got straight denied. It's usually not like that, though. This has so many downloads. Look at this. It's getting 110,000 downloads a week. Yeah, this package has been around for some time too. I'm shocked. Alright, we have all these logs in here. I think I removed it. Yes, we did. That rebuilt fine. Let's just rebuild that. We can give this a try. Might just be using another large dependency. Doesn't that count towards downloads as well? I could see that. I'm not sure if it's just direct downloads or not. Doesn't have a default. All right. Well, be right back, guys. It's straight undefined when I import that. Alright, see you later, Beepo. I actually needed to head out in a second too to go to the gym. I don't think we're going to be getting this humanized duration working in this stream. Just want to check the JS real quick. What in the world? Alright guys, we're gonna do, I actually know how to get it to work. We're just gonna use require. Thought I would complain. It didn't. Really? Even with require it doesn't work? That I'm really surprised by. Why would you use require syntax? Because import syntax is not working, and the way he did this package is a little funky. I think we can just find another humanized duration. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream here. What's coming up next is we're going to figure out a new humanized duration. The require versus import has nothing to do with it, dude. You're probably right. I've had like rare occasions where I use require and it works, and I used import and it doesn't work. So that's why I was going to try it, but you're probably right. In this case, I don't think so. And maybe in the other cases, it wasn't doing anything either. But they had an example of it here, but yeah, you're right. I'm not really sure how to get this working then. I tried all the tricks that I know, so I'm just going to try to do another package, I think. Anyway, we're going to be doing this, and we're going to try this new layout and add a sidebar. Thanks for watching, guys. Probably stream at 6, so next like 3 hours.